guys, this is Nazifa here and welcome back to my channel The Page Unfolds. As you have seen in my previous video, I went to a book fair event organized by Kitab Lovers 2 weeks ago. If you have not seen that video yet, please check out that video. I will link it up here. So let's begin with our book haul. I managed to grab the biggest box, which was around 3K, wherein I was able to fit in around 24 books. So let's start with the first book here. So the first book that I have is Mary Barton by Elizabeth Gaskell. As I have not read any of her books, but of course I have heard so much about her that I wanted to check out her other works. The next book I have is The Mill on the Floss by George Eliot. Again, this is a new author for me as I have not read any book by George Eliot, so excited to dive into this new work. The next book I have with me is The Woman in White by Wilkie Collins. I have read The Moonstone by Wilkie Collins, so this will be my second Wilkie Collins. The next book I have is The Warden by Anthony Trollope. I have not read any book by the author, and this seems like a pretty short read, so excited to read this one. The next is The Power and the Glory by Graham Greene. You must be knowing Graham Greene is a very famous author, but again I have not read any book by Graham Greene, so let's see how much I enjoy the work. I bought yet another book by George Eliot. Middlemarch has been one of my most anticipated reads of the year, so pretty much excited about this one. The next book is North and South by Elizabeth Gaskell. As you can see, I have already started reading it and loving this book a lot, so you might get to see a review on this soon once I finish this. I am around 1/4 done with the book. The next book I have is The House of Mirth by Edith Wharton. I have read one book by Edith Wharton, which was The Age of Innocence, and I gave it 5 stars. I loved it so much, so I have huge expectations from this one as well. The next book with me is Bring Up the Bodies by Hilary Mantel. This is book 2 in Wolf Hall trilogy. I already have book 1 with me, which I bought it last year. Already started reading it but didn't complete it, but definitely will complete it someday this year. But when I do so, I will have book 2 with me. The next book is another Elizabeth Gaskell, Wives and Daughters. I have heard a lot about this book, so wanted to grab this one for myself. The next book is The Old Curiosity Shop by Charles Dickens. I have read 3 to 4 books by Charles Dickens, and this will be my next Charles Dickens surely for this year. The next book is another Charles Dickens, Dombey and Son. Let's see how much I'll be able to complete with Old Curiosity Shop. Old Curiosity Shop. But once I do so, I will definitely want to give this one a try. I'm so excited to show you the next book that I have with me, which is a gem in itself, Duck's Newberry Port by Lucy Ellman. I wanted to buy this for so long. Finally, I have it with me. I will soon be posting a reading vlog on this one. The next book I have with me is White Teeth by Zadie Smith. You must be knowing a lot about this author. This book has been all over the bookstagram, so I definitely could not go away without this one. The next book with me is Phineas Redux by Anthony Trollope. I got this Oxford Classics version, so definitely I had to take it. Seeing all of the books till now, you must have got to know that I am a huge classics fan. And yes, I have another classic with me, the Cranford Chronicles by Elizabeth Gaskell. I think this is the third book in the book haul till now, if I'm not wrong. I got this vintage classics edition, so definitely wanted to take this with me. Next book I have with me is A Pair of Blue Eyes by Thomas Hardy. I am a huge Thomas Hardy fan. I loved reading all of his books, my most favorite being Far From the Madding Crowd. I cannot say less about him. I just know that I am going to enjoy this one. But another gem at the book fair. You want to see it? It's The Brothers Karamazov by Fyodor Dostoevsky. I have not read much of Russian literature except War and Peace. You all must be knowing about Russian literature. I have heard so much about this book and the author. So this will be my first Dostoevsky. I always butcher this name badly. But yes, I am very much excited for this one. I have with me another George Eliot book, Silas Marner. I have not read any book by her, again iterating it, but want to read more. So grabbed another copy of George Eliot for myself. The next book with me is If on a Winter's Night, a Traveler by Italo Calvino. This I got a vintage classic edition, so wanted to take this one with me and try. The next book I have with me is The Diary of a Young Girl by Annie Frank. Yes, I have not read this book yet. Yes, I have to read it, because who has not heard about this book and the author? Everyone knows about it, and I am yet to read it. This was most recommended book by my partner. He insisted on adding this book to my TBR, so definitely I want to try this one. Being a huge Thomas Hardy fan, I got another Thomas Hardy book, Jude the Obscure. I have not read this and I want to read all of Thomas Hardy's books, so definitely had to take this with me. The last book in this book haul is The Winners by Frederick Bachman. Who has not heard about Frederick Bachman? I could not just leave this book there and come without it. I had to take this with me. I definitely want to read this one very soon, and I will surely be vlogging it to show you all how I am enjoying the reading journey with this one. With this, we come to the end of the book haul. Thank you so much for sticking around till the end. That is it for today. I will soon be posting my first reading vlog, on which book I have not decided yet, because I am so much confused with so many great books that I have with me. But I will decide soon and will get back to you with a reading vlog. That's all guys, signing off for today. Happy reading. Bye bye. यहाँ से दिखाएंगे भी. Have not seen my, if you have not seen, edit. My most favorite being around नहीं होगा, about होगा, but